Join us on a journey to discover the primitive survival of humanity. Witness the struggles, strength, and evolution that shaped humans as we know them today. At dawn, Homo habilis wakes up on a low tree branch. Sleeping in trees helps Homo habilis avoid predators, but danger still lurks. Seeing movement, Homo habilis holds his breath, quickly jumping to a safe spot on the ground. Along the forest edge, Homo habilis encounters a large beehive hanging from a dry branch. The dense, buzzing swarm makes Homo habilis hesitate, his eyes quickly searching for an escape. Morning hunger urges Homo habilis. He takes a deep breath, gathers strength, and grabs the beehive.
He clutches the beehive to his side, then dashes like an arrow through the tall grass.
Just a beat later, the swarm rises in a yellow cloud, chasing close behind Homo habilis. At the water's edge, Homo habilis doesn't stop. He jumps in, submerging deep to avoid the bee swarm. The bees circle close to the bank, hovering like a thick curtain, blocking the escape route. Just as Homo habilis is about to reach the shallow bank, a long shape cuts through the water. A crocodile. Its eyes float on the surface. Its body glides smoothly, cutting straight towards Homo habilis like a living log. Homo habilis changes his swimming angle, swimming diagonally towards the muddy bank. Feeling the soft mud under his hands, he crawls onto the bank, then dashes along the tall grass. The crocodile crawls up, its heavy body kicking up mud. Deep tracks are left on the muddy bank. His breathing is heavy, his feet grow heavy with fatigue. The distance behind him seems to shrink. Suddenly, Homo habilis sees a herd of buffalo at the forest edge, their dark backs glistening in the sun. Homo habilis dashes diagonally, leaping onto a buffalo's back, clinging tightly to its thick shoulder. The crocodile crawls to the forest edge, threateningly shaking its head. But the buffalo lowers its horns. It stomps its feet, charging powerfully at the crocodile, which retreats by its own momentum. Seeing the disadvantage, the crocodile slowly retreats towards the water, its body gradually submerging into the mud. Homo habilis slowly releases his breath, carefully dismounting the buffalo and retreats towards the forest. When the danger passes, Homo habilis continues to search for food. Nearby, a warthog with long tusks digs the ground, turning over loose soil to find food. Homo habilis slowly releases his breath, carefully dismounting the buffalo and retreats towards the forest. Making a sound, he scares the warthog away. When the animal is gone, Homo habilis steps into the moist soil. He kneels down to examine it more closely. Exposed roots, loose soil, and brown tuber skins protrude from the hole. Homo habilis uses this pointed stick to gently pry, then digs the soil with his hands. He pulls out a long, firm root, rubs off the mud, and wipes it on dry grass to clean it. Homo habilis walks to a large, clean rock at the edge of the shade to enjoy the fresh roots. When he finishes eating, Homo habilis begins to move forward, looking for new food. Because one fresh root was not enough, he walks along a low bush, finding a tree with fresh green leaves. Seeing the disadvantage, the crocodile slowly retreats towards the water, its body gradually submerging into the mud. Homo habilis tastes a few leaves with the tip of his tongue, holding them in his mouth for a moment. Then he swallows slowly, listening to the sensation in his throat and stomach. When the leaves taste good and his body shows no reaction, Homo habilis takes a few more steps to eat. He eats just enough, not too much at once. As the sun sets, Homo habilis walks towards the leaf-covered path. He keeps a steady pace, continuing along the edge, observing, choosing, tasting, and moving forward slowly but surely. Just as the morning had guided Homo habilis throughout an eventful day, another day begins. Homo habilis steps out onto the grass, lost in thought, searching for food. The blue sky opens up ahead, but Homo habilis only looks at the ground, searching for traces of food. Far away, a pack of hyenas gleams in the tall grass. Homo habilis doesn't realize the danger, still walking. Only when the gray shadows separate from the grass, fanning out and accelerating, does Homo habilis startle. They chase far, their feet thundering behind him, kicking up dust from the dry grass. From afar, a giant ostrich guards its nest. The hyenas suddenly change direction, leaving Homo habilis and heading towards the ostrich. Homo habilis hides behind a large rock, pressing his back against the stone, holding his breath. When they chase the ostrich from its nest, Homo habilis moves in low steps, keeping a very low profile to avoid detection. Homo habilis approaches the nest, stops to observe, his eyes darting around, listening for lurking dangers. Seeing nothing unusual, Homo habilis bends down, gently touches, then carefully takes an egg. A delicious egg meal is enjoyed. He sits and eats, his eyes constantly observing. Each bite is swallowed slowly, maintaining a steady breath, ready to spring up. Unfortunately, the ostrich returns. From the edge of the tall grass, it takes long strides, its neck stretched straight, chasing him. Homo habilis springs up, running towards the low grass. The wind whips his face, the thundering footsteps of the ostrich close behind. In front is a herd of buffalo grazing. Homo habilis immediately ducks low and weaves through the herd. He sneaks through the gaps between the large legs, avoiding the attack from behind. The large bodies become a shield. When the ostrich stops due to the buffalo herd, Homo habilis tries to ride a buffalo to escape danger. Clinging to its thick shoulder, he climbs onto its back, lying low to maintain balance. A lion sniffs the buffalo herd and begins to chase. Homo habilis rides the buffalo dangerously. The buffalo herd immediately accelerates to avoid the lion. The ground rumbles like a drum. The grass dust forms a blurry trail. The lion looks at Homo habilis. Its eyes are fixed on the body lying close on the buffalo's back. Then it changes direction to follow. The pace quickens. Homo habilis clings tighter, putting his weight to hold on, not daring to look up. Suddenly, the buffalo herd charges down into the shallow river. Homo habilis clings to the buffalo's back, riding it into the water to escape. The lion stops at the water's edge, exhausted. It drinks a few sips, then looks up with regret. At that moment, a giant crocodile approaches the lion from below. The crocodile's head floats, its eyes staring intently. The crocodile-lion confrontation. Who will win? During this period, Homo habilis cannot control the buffalo, so it swims to the bank on its own.
It continues along the water's edge, heading towards the next danger. The buffalo approaches another lion.
This time, it chooses to confront. It lowers its head, horns pointed, and charges directly. The lion is startled, loses its balance, and runs away. No more chasing. Escaping danger, the buffalo returns to the herd, its breathing steady. It walks slowly, joining the safe circle. Homo habilis dismounts at the edge of the tall grass, standing still for a few breaths. His eyes scan the path. Where the hyenas turned, the ostrich nest, the lion's stopping point, and the muddy bank where the buffalo crossed. A long day's sequence of events, chased by hyenas, hiding behind rocks, eating eggs but still vigilant. Chased by the ostrich, weaving through the buffalo herd, riding a buffalo to escape. Encountering a lion, jumping into the water, seeing the crocodile approaching the lion, then the final danger.
When the buffalo confronts the crocodile, opening a safe path. As the sun sets, Homo habilis leaves the chaotic area. Homo habilis turns through the low grass path, avoiding the water's edge, keeping distance from the buffalo herd and predators.